In this video, we will describe virtual screening with consideration of the pros and cons of virtual screening and differences in ligand versus structure-based approaches. Virtual screening is a computational technique used in drug discovery to sift through large libraries of chemical compounds and identify those most likely to bind to a biological target like a protein. It's kind of like using a super fast digital sieve to find promising drug candidates before moving on to expensive and time-consuming lab experiments. There are two main flavors, ligand-based and structure-based virtual screening. Ligand-based screening relies on knowledge of known molecules that bind to the target, the ligands. It looks for new compounds that share similar features. Think of it as matching patterns based on what's already worked. Structure-based screening, on the other hand, uses the 3D structure of the target protein itself. Here, you're virtually docking different compounds into the protein's active site to see which ones fit best. Each approach has its pros and cons. Virtual screening in general is much faster and cheaper than experimental methods, letting researchers scan millions of compounds in days rather than months. It's also flexible. You can easily tweak search criteria or explore new chemical spaces. However, the results are only as good as the data and algorithms behind them. If the protein structure isn't accurate or if the chemical library lacks diversity, you might miss important hits or get lots of false positives. Ligand-based screening is great when you have a handful of active compounds to start with, but it can't predict entirely new types of molecules. If they don't look like your known ligands, they'll be missed. So structure-based screening is more open-ended, especially if you have a high-quality protein structure, but is sensitive to errors in how the protein or the compounds are modeled. Plus, docking simulations can sometimes oversimplify the complex interactions that happen in real life. In short, virtual screening is a powerful tool for narrowing down drug candidates, but it works best when combined with other methods and good experimental validation. The choice between ligand-based and structure-based approaches depends on what information you have and what you're hoping to discover.